You know, uh, Jackson State was not very good in the red zone. Matter of fact, they almost seemed somewhat snake bit in the red zone. They weren't able to move the ball. Shador's passing wasn't as precise. They had turnovers. But I'm really interested in finding out what happened to Shador on why did they send that other guy out. It could have been a situation where they were just sending letting the other guy finish the game. Did Shador get injured in any way? I'm really try to find out whether he got hurt or let me see. Let me check out some of these comments in here. My man says 51,000 fans in attendance. That's a big game. Cause the game was over. Okay, you think he just let the other guy finish the game, get a few snaps because the game was over? All right, let me see. It says, great game. 2 black coaches, former NFL stars, building up black young men. Absolutely. It's awesome to see, man. Awesome to witness that. Let me see where we go. We know one guy don't make a team, but when you're the number 1 recruit, you don't want to. Okay. Yeah, you're talking about Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter, I think they just rested him up, man. I think they just rested him up. I think they want him 100%. They have adequate cornerback play without him. You know, they don't have another Travis Hunter, but they do have another, other great corners. You know, they got Nugget on one end, they got Wingers on the other. You know, I mean, they are adequate in the secondary. They got Cam and safety, so they are adequate in the secondary without him. Okay, we got another call in here. Let me see what we got. Let me see. Yeah, JSU defense is, Marcus, you're right, brother. JSU defense, much like they did, I didn't really think they could improve on what they did last year. With James Houston being such a tremendous force, rushing the passer, and when Prime talked about how are they going to replace James Houston, he said his response was, James Houston, you can't replace James Houston, but we got 4 James Houstons. You understand? And when he said that, you thought it was, him being maybe hyperbolic or embellishing somewhat. But when you watch him play, it looks like they have 4 James Houstons because they have a number of players that can rush the passer. And rush the passer very effectively. I don't know how many sacks they had today, but, the game was literally closed out by the defense and the pressure they put on the quarterback. Let me see. Can we stop hearing about Deion's coaching at FSU? Forget Power 5 schools. Now, I agree with you, Roy. I think he's on a mission at Jackson State. What he's doing at Jackson State is so impactful across the HBCU landscape. I think that's where his focus is now. I think for him to leave and take a job that pays more money, you got to understand, back years ago, Deion made $35 million back in '96. So I don't know that money is his motivation at this point in his life. I don't know that he needs money. I don't know that him going to a Power 5 will enable him to make the impact that he can make at an HBCU. He's literally changing the game. And he's box office in HBCU. I don't know that he'll be box office at Power 5 or box office at a group of 5 school. Those schools have big brands and they're ran a little different. But in the HBCU community, he is huge. And what he's literally doing is he's dragging the whole HBCU community with him. He's bringing up the standards for all the schools. I know we got some calls. I'll play those, but let me get some score updates. I want to give y'all some score updates as well. Let me give you some score updates. Hold on. Of course, Jackson State defeated Tennessee State 16-3. Prairie View is leading Abilene Christian 13-7. Alabama A&M is losing to Troy 21-3. Arkansas Pine Bluff is leading North American 62-3, whoever North American is. Grambling, this is a shocker. Grambling is beating Northwestern State 47-21. LSU is narrowly beating LSU 58-7. North Texas is defeating Texas Southern 45-17. Austin Peay, as we said earlier, defeated Mississippi Valley 41-0. UCLA defeated Alabama State 45-7. South Carolina State defeated Bethune-Cookman 33-9. Tulane has defeated Alcorn 52-0. And FAMU defeated Alabama State 23-13. So let me go over to the MEAC. Let me see what they got in the MEAC. All right? Let me see what we have in the MEAC. All right, in the MEAC, Howard is down 35-14 to South Florida. Townsend State is in a dogfight with Morgan State 26-21. That is very interesting right there. I didn't expect that. James Madison handily defeated Norfolk State 63-7. Central beat Winston-Salem. North Carolina Central beat Winston-Salem 41-0. Yeah. And Delaware is defeating Delaware State 35-9. So that's a pretty. If you have any comments about any of the victories, you have any of the anything you like to say, please call in, leave a message. I'll gladly play your message. We definitely got a few messages in that we're gonna play. So let me play a couple of them.
Hey, man, thank you so much for sharing your screen with me on this YouTube, man. I really appreciate it. This is new man A. Murray from Birmingham.
I think I already played that one once. Okay, who else we got? Let me see what we got.
Hey, Rocky, I was just telling you, I was just watching your show on TV. My name is Terry, but Jackson State, a very good team. But Eddie George got Tennessee really together. They're going to be some kind of good. I was just watching your show.
Hey, man, brother, I want to thank you for watching, Terry. I appreciate you, man, for watching. Hey, man, continue. Hey, man, we may get in this situation again where it's hard to find the game. And please like and subscribe to stream. There's a subscribe. It's a red subscribe little deal right up under the video. Go ahead and hit subscribe. That way, moving forward, you'll be notified when I go live. You'll be notified when I post a video. You'll be notified. And we'll continue to get in here and have watch parties and enjoy this HBCU football, man. Definitely. All right, let me see what else we got, man. Hey, man, but hey, what I want you to do, man, there's a guy I definitely want you guys to follow, man. If you don't already follow him, his name is Off Script. I'm gonna find his page, bro. He puts out the best Swac content in the he has pregame shows, postgame shows. He puts out so much good content, man. I definitely want you guys to follow him, man. He just does a great job, right? His name is Off Script TV. I'm gonna comment the link. I'm gonna put the link in the comments, man. You definitely want to follow him, man. Like I say, he has great insight. He's a football wizard, I'm just telling you, man. He knows if anything you need to know about Swac football, he's the man. His name is Off Script. Again, you can go up under this screen. Say, I wish I could. It says, Grambling, dear Grambling, we love dear Grambling. Oh, I guess that's a song. William, you gonna come on here and sing, brother? Fam, you played Albany State. That's what I said. Didn't I say Albany State? I said Alabama State. My bad, brother. Albany State. Albany State. Here we go. We got a couple more. Let me see. All right. That looked like silence. Okay. We got a couple more. Let me see why that's buffering. Hey man, let me play this quick commercial right quick, and I'll be right back. If you're searching online for high-quality premium cigars, look no further than slowburnwaco.com. Slow Burn is a black-owned, consistent, customer-centric cigar retailer with dope-ass cigars, featuring boutique brands and a wide variety of well-known brands.
When you order at slowburnwaco.com, Keisha and Rocky Miller will ensure that your cigars are carefully inspected before they are packaged, making sure your order arrives on time and in the best condition. So make your next move your best move and order some sticks at slowburnwaco.com.
All right, I'm back, guys. I'm back. Let me see. We got some stuff loading up here. So let me see. Man, let me see. Let me put some of these comments up here. My man says, hell with Off Script. That clown just started watching Swac. Hey, man, Off Script, hey, you can say what you. He started watching the HBCU football when I started watching, man. The guy knows football. He knows what's going on, right? You may not like his delivery. You may not be a big fan of his, but he knows football, and he'll keep you in the know. He has all kinds of contacts throughout each conference, every school. And if you want to keep up with what's going on in the Swac, in the MEAC, with certain schools, man, that's where you need to go. You need to go to Off Script TV. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you want to, if you want to be in the know, that's what you want to do. You want to go to Off Script TV. Oh yeah, South Carolina State defeated Bethune-Cookman, 33-9. They were soundly defeated. Hopefully, I get a chance to go watch some video of those games, man. Go back and watch them. Let me see. I got some. All right, let me see something here. Let me go to my Google. Yeah, I got a few more voicemails to play for you guys, man. So hang on, man. You don't want to miss them. You know, everybody got something to say. Everybody was an expert today, you know, especially since Jackson State won. Everybody's an expert. Let me see. Let me see what we got here. All right. There's nothing there. All right. That's nothing there. Hey, guys. I definitely want to thank all you guys for calling in, man. Let me see. Hey, I definitely want to thank, let me see. We got another comment here. Hey, JSU barely won and blowed out a conference game last week. Do the math. Grambling will reign again. Man, look at here. Grambling beat Northwestern State. Northwestern State is notoriously sorry. Now, Grambling's performance last week was not good. They bounced back and beat a team, in most people's opinion, felt like they should beat. I wasn't sure based on their last week's football game, but they definitely improved their performance. They put up almost 50 points against Northwestern. You gotta say, that's got to be an impressive win. And we'll just see. Jackson State didn't look invincible today like they looked last week, right? They didn't look invincible, especially in the red zone. But let's just see what happens. Jackson State has Valley and Grambling coming up at home. I think that home environment will give Jackson State an edge, give them some juice. Today, I think they played a very motivated Tennessee State team, and Jackson State, may offensively definitely had a letdown, but I don't think they weren't effective moving the ball. It's just when they got in the red zone, they were snake bitten. They couldn't get in the end zone. So I want to see them in the next game against Grambling Valley at home and see can they reestablish that dominance, because they have the pieces. Jackson State has the pieces. They have the trigger man. They have the wideouts. They have the running backs. They have the ability to be dominant if they execute. And at times they were very effective today. But again, they kept getting snake bit in the end zone. Let me see what's here. Prime will be bigger at a Power 5 school. Now the fact that major boosts. Hey, man, look at here. This is my point. Prime would be bigger at a Power 5 school, but he wouldn't have the influence over the school that he has at Jackson State. He wouldn't have a social media presence. He wouldn't be able to do some of the things he does at Jackson State. He wouldn't be able to bring the black culture in the way that he has brought it into Jackson State. As someone who is from a HBCU fan that has just recently been brought into the HBCU football, right? He has brought us all the way in. We get to see everything with Jackson State, and I don't think that would be the case if he was at a Power 5 school for a lot of different reasons. From the songs that he plays, the way he communicates with the players and the fans and the community, they're going to want restrictions. They're going to want to put restrictions on Prime. And I think he can operate with the maximum amount of freedom at JSU. And I think it benefits the culture that he stays at an HBCU. And when I mean the culture, I mean the black culture. HBCU culture is one thing, and the black culture is something else. I think he definitely affects HBCU culture, but in my opinion, he advances the black culture much better. His opportunity to advance the black culture is much better at an HBCU, in my opinion. And at the end of the day, he can do everything that he wants to do in football, in college football at Jackson State. It may take him a while to build it up there, right? But once Jackson State becomes a perennial power in FCS, they can make the decision to go to the next level if they choose. Now, again, that's not a conversation I want to have tonight, but you got to say, with the support that he gets at Jackson State and the quality of athletes that he gets at Jackson State, only thing Jackson State needs to start doing is their alumni needs to start donating and participating like a Power 5 school. If Jackson State's alumni starts donating and participating like a Power 5 school, then it's a no-brainer. They can go up because they come to the games. They come to the games and support. They're everywhere. Jackson State fans and followers are everywhere. But in order to operate in that Power 5 realm, you got to pump money into the program. You got to pump money in so that not only do you have the facilities and amenities that all the other Power 5 schools are, but we're in the NIL age. We're in the age of name, image, and likeness. So at some point, being next to Deion is not going to be enough. You're going to have to provide those kids with tangible benefits for going to Jackson State. You're going to have to provide those guys with money. You're going to have to provide those guys with opportunity. You're going to have to provide those guys with resources for them to continue to commit each and every year. That's what has to happen. So it's not just about getting the best players and moving up. It's more about building a program and a system that's supported by the entire institution, the state of Mississippi, and the alumni of Jackson State that's worthy of a Power Five, that's worthy of being in Power Five. Because you got to understand what's happening now. As Jackson State's profile is raised, Mississippi State and Ole Miss's profile is diminished. How long are they going to put up with that before they try to undermine some of the things that Deion is doing? So anyway, again, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole talking about that, but all those things matter. All those things matter. But it starts with, if for Jackson State to have the best program possible, and you got to continue to support Deion and those people, that Jackson State alumni, y'all got to come up with that money, baby. Y'all got to start donating at that Power 5 level. Once that happens, it's a wrap. Y'all on y'all way. Hey, man, I want to thank everybody for being on this live, man. I'm going to end this live. Thank everybody for coming on. I don't think I had. Let me see. Hold on. I do got another call. Hold on. Shucks, I ain't gonna leave you like that. I said I'll play it. I'm gonna play it. Here we go.
Hey, this is Sam Cash again, representing the mighty JSU Tigers, and we're gonna win the Swac again this year. Shout out to the Tigers. Boom.
Hey, Rocky. Appreciate your efforts. I did tune into the game rather late, but I was able to watch probably the majority of it. Thank you for what you're doing. As far as your comments on JSU and Jackson State, and I'm in Mississippi Valley, by the way. I believe everything that you're saying, but I tell you what, it doesn't matter where Deion goes or Coach Sanders, it wouldn't matter. He will be able to do the same thing or to replicate what he's doing at Jackson State anywhere he goes, because he has that history. He is who he is. He has that pedigree. Thank you so much for your offering tonight. I appreciate you, my brother. Oh, by the way, KSI, yo.
All right, man. Thank you, brother, for tuning in, man. Thank everybody for tuning in. Hey, don't forget to go to Off Script's channel. His post-game show is going to start in about 30 minutes. His post-game show is going to start about Off Script. Again, search Off Script TV. The best content, the best Swac HBCU content on YouTube. Much love, and I'm out.